Alright YouTube, so I'm just about to leave my house and meet this guy up. It's going to take me about 25 minutes to get there, but yeah, my heart's pounding. I really hope that this deal goes as good as I'm hoping, because I'm about to get a huge steal. So wish me the best. See y'all in a little bit. So I am at some type of gas station. It's like a gas station, maybe slash restaurant. I don't know. Anyways, about a half an hour away from home. But trust me, if it's as good as I think it's gonna be, it's definitely worth it. So I'll see you in a little bit. Peace. Oh my God, YouTube. All right, so. That truck right next to me, they actually just ran into the gas station. But I'm going to try to give you a sneak peek while my battery's dying, so I have it plugged into my truck. You can barely tell anything, but here's a Super Nintendo, just a shitload of games, a box full of controllers over here, and a box full of consoles over there. And very excited. Can't wait to get back to the house and show you all of this. So headed straight there. See y'all in a little bit. Peace. Alright guys, so I am home, and in those 3 boxes is what I picked up. So just give me a couple minutes, let me get everything out of the box. Alright, so I'm back at the house, and it's actually a couple hours since I got home. I actually spent a little bit of time cleaning up this stuff, testing out the stuff, making sure everything works. Most stuff did, just a couple things didn't. So if you're looking and you're like, oh, this stuff's pretty clean for coming out of Guy's attic, because that's where all this stuff was. He's like, oh, it's up in my attic, I can go just dig it out. That's because I cleaned it. You can look right over here, and the whole pile of Q-tips and nasty paper towels. But anyways, try not to ramble on too much, because there is a lot of stuff to go over. I'm going to try not to get into too much explanation on what everything is. Most of you should already know what this stuff is. So let's get to it. I'm going to start with the controllers first. So I got a green N64 controller, and the joystick is pretty good on that, and it does work. I got not one, but 2 regular gray N64 controllers. I'll put those back. And I also got a purple, like a see-through clear. I don't know the N64 colors. I really need to try though. Grape, glacier, grape, purple. Anyways, and the joystick is pretty good on that as well. So moving on, we got a zapper, an orange zapper. I don't have the orange zapper, I have the gray zapper. So I was pretty glad to add the orange zapper to my collection. I mean, I see them, I just, I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for it, and this just happened to be in the bundle, and I paid $50 for all of this. For those who didn't catch it earlier on in the video, the guy was asking like 40. I ended up paying him $50 for everything, just because it was so much, and I don't know. I felt like a nice guy, I guess, and it was definitely worth it. So, moving on, I also got 2 Sega Genesis controllers. These are the 6-button ones. one of them is in pretty good condition. The other one has a, I guess a tear in the cord there. And then I also got 3 PS1 controllers. Actually, there's another PS1 controller, and this is the first time I've seen one like this in the wild. So I thought that was pretty cool. I also got a Super Nintendo controller. Tested that out. Works pretty good. Something I've been looking for a long time out in the wild, and I'm so glad I finally got one. A NES Dogbone controller. All the ones I'm showing you are first party. There were a bunch of PS2 controllers that were like Mad Cats and third party stuff like that. And I haven't even cleaned it or tested it. It's just in one of those boxes. And then I also got a Turtle Beach Ear Force P11. And I never had a Turtle Beach. I never had gaming headphones before. So I was actually pretty glad to pick these up and the whole lot, because it actually works for my PS4. So it's a little bit better than the really cheap headphones that were supplied with the PS4. For those who have one or have seen it, it's really cheap. But yeah, I was pretty excited to pick those up. And moving on to the consoles that I got a Super Nintendo. It came with the power cord and the AV cord, and it does work. An N64, it has just the regular jumper pack, not the expansion pack in it. Let's see. And it didn't come with any power cords. I mean, a ton of 4 controllers. Actually came with 5, but the other one, when I was cleaning the cord, I didn't realize it was taped, and I just ripped it in half, but I didn't want it if it was ripped anyways. Yeah, so I plugged it into my cords, and it does, and I actually have extra cords, but it does work. So awesome. I also got a fat PS2, and it turns on and it has the menu and all that stuff, but I don't think the disc tray spins. Also, I don't know if that's where you would put the for the internet. I can't remember what it's called right now. Or is that where the hard drive goes? Or what the hell goes there? I never had a fat PS2, so I'm assuming it might not work because of something missing there. But needless to say, I also got a slim PS2 with 2 first-party memory cards, and this does work. I also got a Wii, missing the little top flap right there for the GameCube controllers. This does work. It didn't come with, or excuse me, it came with all the hookups except for the power cord, and it also came with a 2 GB SD card in it. And when I tested it out, there was also a game in it, Deer Drive. So, and then my favorite 2 console pickups, not 1, but 2 NES top loaders. And then you got mine right over there that I picked up about 2 weeks ago, and I love it. So I got 3 top loaders. Both of them came with the RF cables, and only one came with the power cord, but I have a spare power cord, so that's awesome. So yeah, I got 3 NES top loaders. I'm really excited about that. You know, good things come for those who wait. You know, I ended up passing up on a top loader for $45 when I first started hunting, almost a year now, and within the last few weeks I've picked up 3 top loaders at really great prices. So with the consoles and the controllers out of the way, let's move on to the games. First, we're going to start with the let's go with the NES games, the more of the filler games. You got Super Tecmo Bowl, or Tecmo Super Bowl, excuse me. I'm going to try to keep them in, you know, not throwing them all over the place. You got Capcom's Mickey Mousecapade. I actually thought the value on this was higher at one point. I guess it just went down a little bit. Boy and His Blob. A really fun game, Blaster Master. If you never played Blaster Master, highly recommend it. Pretty fun. A game I've never personally played, The Three Stooges. And this next game, I actually was watching Luigi Freakout 1-2-3 coming back at you. I never thought that would, you know, get me, but I say it every single time I watch one of your videos. If you've never seen any of Luigi Freakout 1-2-3's videos, they're awesome guys. I never met them personally. In fact, I've briefly even talked to them on YouTube, but they have really solid stuff. And I have a 5-month-old son. I'm hoping I can be just like those guys when me and him get older. So, anyways, but they were talking about this game. It is Spy versus Spy, and they were talking about it because on the end label it says Mad, and it just drives them crazy because, you know, on the end labels when you have your games displayed, they like to display them in alphabetical order, and this says Mad instead of Spy versus Spy. So, but yeah, Spy versus Spy. Mad Max. Kung Fu. SNK Baseball Stars. Bo Jackson Baseball. Two copies of Tetris. I'm actually going to be adding one to my collection. For some reason, I don't have Tetris on the NES. So, now I have two, but one of them will be going in my collection. RC Pro-Am. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Wrath of the Black Manta. And the label's kind of messed up. I was bummed because it's not really an expensive game, but I don't have it in my collection. And I just don't like adding stuff that looks like that into my collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and show these next four games. They're N64 games just because they're also kind of filler titles. And then the rest of the games are really solid titles. So let me go ahead and get these out of the way. Hey You Pikachu, which I actually bought brand new when it first came out for my N64. Got the microphone, played it for hours, and the value is just awful in this game for the amount of hours and time I actually played it. But it's actually a pretty fun game. I haven't played it recently, so some of the games I thought were fun as a kid, I throw it in there, and I'm kind of disappointed at my age now, but I enjoyed it when I was younger. WWF Attitude. I already have this. I am a huge wrestling fan, and I am a huge wrestling game fan for the N64. And for those who don't know, I actually did professional wrestling for a while. Next is 007, The World Is Not Enough. And the last quote-unquote filler title. And the only reason why it's a filler title is because I already have it, and the value is not as high as the other games I'm about to go through. But it's Quest 64. So that's that. And moving on to the meat and potatoes of the games in this lot. and we're going on about 12 minutes now, so not too long. But let's see. First one we got is Ghosts and Goblins, which I did not have, so this is going into my collection, and the label is pretty nice. It's in overall really good shape. This is for sale or trade because I already have it, and it's pretty beat up. But it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, and it's got some significant peeling on the label. But overall, the cart is in pretty good shape. The label is just in pretty rough shape. But all these have been tested to work. The next one is the cart's in pretty good shape, but the label's kind of roughed up a little bit. But it's Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. You got some major tearing there on the bottom, and someone like carved their name. Robert Fokker. So thanks for your game, Robert Fokker. Try not scratching your name in any future games. Appreciate it. Next is Metroid. Really good shape on this Metroid. Really good shape. I'm still looking for the yellow label. This is like my 4th or 5th copy of Metroid for the NES, and I still haven't run across the yellow label. I have the manual for the yellow label and the box for the yellow label. The box isn't in great condition, but I don't have the game for the yellow label. So next is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, also in really good shape. So, and Mega Man 2. It's got a little dink right there on the label on the bottom, but overall in pretty good shape. And the cartridge is in good shape too. And then the last NES game is Contra, which also is in really good shape. And trust me, they didn't look like this when I got them. They were all like layered with dust up in here, and of course I already cleaned out the pins on all of these. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and skip the Super Nintendo games and save those for last. But the games I was interested in for the N64 that he had, it's only 3 of them. This first one's going into my collection because I don't have it, but now I do, and it's Dr. Mario 64. So I'm glad to add that to my collection, and the label is in pretty good shape as well. So overall good shape on that game. I run across these more often than not. 007, GoldenEye. I mean, the value is pretty good for this game considering I like Blink and it's there. I run across these games so much, but I mean, I just guess it's because it's a good game that drives the value up a little bit. And then Pokemon Stadium 2, which is in pretty good shape. It's got a little scratch up there on the top right here on the label, but overall in decent shape on there. And then last but not least, the Super Nintendo games. This first game I did not have and will be going into my collection. It is Final Fight. Not an over rare game, not overly expensive either. I just never really come across it for a decent price, and the label is in pretty good shape. So I'm excited to add that to my collection. Super Mario World, run across these quite often. Pretty good shape on the label. A little bit peeling up here, but overall decent. This game was in rough shape when I got it, and I cleaned it up pretty nicely. But it is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. Next is Super Mario Kart. And as if you didn't see this coming, from the game that's been playing behind me the whole time, I got a copy of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And this game, I'm not kidding, I wish I would have taken a picture before I cleaned it. It looked like some kid threw up on it back in 1998 or whatever, and it just sat there until I cleaned it off. It was really, really messy all up on this side right here, and it got into the pins and everything, and it looked and smelt like puke. That was pretty bad. But this actually is my, if I can get them all together, excuse me. Ugh. It's hard to do this one-handed. This is my 5th copy of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So, I mean, great game. I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I don't mind. It's not like I'm not willing to trade or sell those games, but I just kind of have fun collecting to see how many I can get. I think I've actually sold 1 or 2 when I first started, so I would have had a couple more. And then last, but certainly not least for the Super Nintendo, I just picked up a copy of this last week in a trade, and I got another one today. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. I got this copy right here, and then the copy that I picked up last week is right here. So, whoa, looking at the ceiling. So 2 copies of that, and overall pretty excited. I had the hardest time finding the first copy, or not really finding it, but getting my hands on a copy, and then next week I got another one. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this pickup. I have a hard time thinking I can even beat this pickup for the whole year of 2014. I would love to, but I mean, all of this only cost me $50, and you cannot complain, or even, I can't even dream about beating this year. I sure hope I do, but man, what a pickup. I was so excited to pick up all of this. Anyways, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think the best pickup in this video was. Tell me what you think tell me what your favorite game in this pickup was. Also, please hit the like button. It really helps out a lot. I'm still trying to get up and going. I have just shy of 200 subscribers now. I'm really hoping to get at least 500 in the next few months. You know, I'm really striving to get up there, get my name out in the online gaming community. I mean, I subscribe to a bunch of guys, and I just love watching their videos, and I hope that maybe someone will sit down and watch my videos so I can get my name out there. I just do this for fun, and I really appreciate the thumbs up on this video. So anyways, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Peace.